Hi, everybody. This is Scott Weavers-Wright. I am the founder, I suppose, or general partner and founder of Hatch and the Hatch Fund. Um, I'm here today with Rob from Audiences, who is raising a bunch of money to go to the next level with his advertising business, which we backed 2024. Hi, Rob. How you doing?
I'm really well, Scott. Thanks for having me on.
No, it's no problem at all. Rob, you are raising the next stage for your business, and I will just to confirm now before, so there's no illusion. Hatch will be coming into this round. We have two vehicles, one our Hatch Direct and one our EIS Fund, and we will deploy both.
We're really excited about that, Scott. It's brilliant to be going on this next stage of growth with you.
Yeah, look, we are absolutely over the moon with your progress, and I think you're going to tell us now the next stage of the business and who else is backing you in the next round. So I'll let you go.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, it's really exciting to be entering this next phase. Um, for everybody, just a reminder, Audiences is a pure B2B enterprise software company. We only build software and we only sell software licenses, which is turning out to be a really exciting business. We've built a piece of technology which enables completely privacy and data security safe advertising, which is very much in line with where the enterprise market for advertising is going at the moment. Our clients are pure enterprise. So in the UK, we have marquee clients such as Pets at Home PLC, a £1.5 billion turnover, Saga PLC, who are brilliant business across travel and insurance. And then in the US, which of course is a market as a software company, which we've been very excited to break into. Our marquee client there is Becton Dickinson with a $58 billion market cap medtech company, which represents a brilliant case study for us as we penetrate that market further. Fundamentally, we're at £736,000 ARR. We are forecast to hit £1 million ARR in June, which we're very excited about. And we're raising our seed round. 2.1 million is our target. Very exciting to have first party capital join us as lead investor. So we recently signed a term sheet with them putting forward £1.2 million on a £6 million pre-money valuation. And Scott, as you said, it's incredibly exciting to have Hatch come on this next step of the journey, building on the work we've done over the last year or so.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the next stage.
Super. Um, as a reminder, Audiences faces into a very acute industry problem. So everybody, regardless of industry vertical, understands that advertising would be better if you used what you knew about your customers. And that customer data is called first party data. And less than 3% of media that is purchased is informed by that. It's a massive pain point. Everybody who's related to advertising talks about using data and being data driven. But because of the massive data privacy and data security issues of using the data that you own and bringing that to advertising, the whole industry has been held back. And Audiences provides the solution for that.
Okay, and very, very quickly, Rob, in layman's terms, could you explain what that means? And this slide is probably the perfect, because in the old, we've I think the audience, forgive the pun for your the product's audience, but I think from the Hatch investor point of view, the investors have all heard about first party cookies. And they may not fully understand it, and even I get confused now and again on second and third and first party cookies from the browser point of view. But could you just explain? The challenge that you've solved.
Absolutely. And it's really good news here. Fundamentally, we're talking about the simplest and most valuable data that companies hold on their customers. So these are customer records, what we might call CRM data. So this is when perhaps you buy a product or you take up a subscription or you register your interest with a company. This is when you give them your name, your address, your email address, your telephone number. This is the real first party primary data which you share with a company. So if I take Pets at Home as a great client of ours, when you purchase a product from them or sign up for their loyalty scheme, you give them your name, address, email address, telephone number. And the hypothesis has always been that if brands are able to use that data in a permissioned and consented way and a responsible way, which does not compromise data privacy or security, then their advertising would be so much better. And it's because of the industry's failure to find a safe way of bringing that data to advertising that the industry is in such a poor state. And it was that which prompted me and my team to solve with building audiences, which is an application which runs natively within the client's infrastructure. So think of Pets at Home. They've got all of their data beautifully stored in their database. That could be on the likes of AWS, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure. And Audiences allows them to use that technology to flow that data completely safely into the whole gamut of advertising, everything from Google search through to Meta, TikTok and social, programmatic, even into connected TV. I previously worked for Sky and Sky Media, so I know firsthand the power of bringing data to television advertising, but also into outdoor advertising as well. It's very exciting.
And you do that by putting the application in the cloud alongside Pets at Home's infrastructure at whatever hosting solution they're doing.
That's absolutely correct. So we really are sitting on the shoulders of the brilliant investments which all large enterprises, but also down to sort of SMBs, have made over the last 10 years. It's now normal to use cloud technologies to house your data and to structure it. And Audiences is a brilliant application which just provides that last mile to value. So just allows you to leverage what you've already invested in and then connect the data that you have already prepared in a safe and secure way into advertising. So the millions of pounds you already spend on advertising can be informed with that great insight.
And this is unique at the moment, and you've cornered the market.
It's completely unique. It's completely unique. Audiences takes a completely novel approach. Everybody else in the industry says, trust us. We've got such and such certification. We're a trusted company. Audiences says, hey, we found a solution, which means you don't have to trust someone else to handle your data. Actually, you can remain, in GDPR language, the owner and processor without having to use a third party, and that's the magic sauce. And Scott, I'll say we're incredibly excited to have brought like an industry first to the market. It hasn't been without its challenges. The last 3 years has been, it's been tough explaining to the world that there is a better way. But we are absolutely at the inflection point where the world is starting to understand.
Yeah, so I think I understand completely. And so in layman's terms, the competitors are moving data off the client's infrastructure into their own data centers, and there lies the challenge. And you are operating within the client's infrastructure, and therefore you are first party.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right.
Thank you very much. Brilliant.
It's a pleasure. And we've been harnessing the latest and greatest from artificial intelligence and machine learning over the last 3 years as you built out our product and been working with our clients. So already our clients benefit from massive benefits from using machine learning to build out lookalike audiences. So using whatever their version of a good looking customer is to go and find more people like that, say for their acquisition campaigns, but also feeding performance data back in the form of conversion APIs, which is very, very big, especially with the platforms like Google and Meta, where you're able to say, hey, look, this advert actually did lead to a sale. Let's use that information to optimize. So already Audiences is fueled by this latest and greatest form of data analytics and artificial intelligence. And we've got some really exciting things in the pipeline. So we've got natural language prompts so that marketers can just define their audiences through just saying or typing a few simple prompts. And then we've got some really powerful predictive algorithms which we're building, which enable clients to leverage their underlying data to predict behaviors and build more effective campaigns.
Yeah, very exciting. Thank you. Brilliant.
Thank you. All of this actually manifests itself in a very simple commercial model. So as I mentioned up front, we are a pure software company. We sell software licenses. We sell them on an annual basis, 1, 2, or 3 year terms, always with payment upfront. That has been very helpful with us scaling and maturing the business. We go to market with a list price of £160,000 per annum. And we've more recently built out the ability to upsell our clients with additional modules. So we're building out revenue models sort of higher and higher. So at the highest level, we have a client who we're billing £220,000 a year, and we're bringing all of our clients up to that level. We're very excited about it, and we also think there are some great, in this next phase, opportunities to build commercial models which scale with usage. As our clients get more and more enterprise, even beyond where we are now, that's going to provide some really big opportunities.
Okay, and just a couple of notes on that, because that is extraordinary. What you're saying to what's landing in market is that you're charging between 50 to 160,000 pounds per annum for contracts. You are getting these paid in advance. These are not monthly recurring income. This is annual, but which is extraordinary. You're getting that in advance, so that helps with our cash and cash flow. In addition to that, these are meaty numbers. So ultimately, the pets at home and your other customers, Saga, etc., here are actually seeing the proof in the pudding on the return on investment and are happy to pay that number and that number in advance. So that's absolutely fantastic. Congratulations.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, it's both brilliant financially for our business as these clients have renewed and as we've driven incremental revenue from them. It proves that there's an enterprise opportunity there, and it just emboldens us to go harder on this enterprise approach. We have a solution which large organizations require, both in the UK and Europe, but also in the United States. Yeah, the whole focus of this next phase is to take our message and the way that we help to more organisations.
Great.
So to date, I've mentioned a few times, but we've built up £736,000 of annual recurring revenue. Actually, on Bank Holiday Monday, just gone, we signed an additional client at an incremental £110,000 ARR, and we're very excited about that. And I won't mention too much, but they're in a really exciting space, which is only going to give us more sort of public exposure. We're looking to raise £2.1 million in this seed round. It's to drive us from where we are today to 6.3 million ARR by the end of Q1 27. You can see that represented here in the green, sort of building from where we were last year through to the beginning of 27. The orange line here is the 12-month trading growth. But yeah, we're very excited to build to and past 6 million ARR. We believe that we are a mature software company ready for this growth.
Great, Rob. That's really fantastic, and I don't think we can probably go on for another half an hour if we wanted to, but I think we'll leave it there. But I think in summary, the contract sizes are magnificent. The payment in advance are magnificent. The reality is that you get customers paying for 2 or 3 years in advance is, just wonderful from any investor's point of view. It's really exciting. The first party data explained, how have you explained it, is really relevant in this industry because we know for a fact it's absolutely broken. And it's clear to me that you're on the right lines. And you're raising, I think you said 2.1, 1.2 has been, you've got a term sheet for 1.2. Haatch will be coming in to help raise the balance. This is fantastic news, and I wish you all the luck. So thank you for your time today.
Scott, thank you so much for everything.